Flosstube episode 1. I've been wanting to try a Flosstube for a while now, ever since I got back into stitching, but for one reason or another I've always put it aside. But I figure, why not start something with the new year, and just gotta make time for the things that are important to you. So if anybody doesn't know, Flosstube is YouTube for primarily cross stitchers, but as I've learned talking with other crafters, we always don't seem to stay with one craft. There's so many different things to do, so I'll probably expand on the cross stitch because I do lots of other things, but I've really been enjoying the stitching since I've gotten back into it. It's something that's very relaxing, so I thought, why not start there? So this episode, I'm just going to mainly focus on my 24 and 24 plans, which, if you're not aware, that is completing 24 stitches, different stitches or projects in the year 2024. So when I started thinking about what type of stitches I would like to do this year, I thought with my schedule and just to make it easier on myself to get things completed, I would start with some smaller stitches, smaller stitch counts. And I initially thought I would do counts that are less than 100 by 100 stitches, which when I got to looking at a lot of my patterns, 100 by 100 is a pretty, not, I'd say maybe a medium size. So I thought maybe I'd go a little smaller, and a lot of my smaller things were around 50 by 50. So that's where I decided to try and keep, like, my goal of my 24 and 24 would try to be just stitches that are around 50 by 50. And most of them are less than 50 by 50. I have a couple outliers that are just a little bit more, but they're things that I really wanted to try to complete this year. And I thought with also keeping them smaller stitches, because they go a lot quicker and I can get them done quicker, which means, you have that extra boost of, yay, I did it. So yeah, that was my, goal for the 24 and 24 for me. That doesn't mean I don't have other things that I want to stitch on, because I do have other works in progress or whips that I have going, and I have some new starts for the year that I would like to do. I don't really have a goal for any of those, but I'd really like to challenge myself with getting these 24 done. And the 24 I'd love to see fully finished as a project, but my main goal is just to get 24 stitched, which would be awesome. So to keep track of things, and as just kind of a memento for the year, I decided to make a little notebook for myself to keep track of the things that I've done, and when I do decide to fully finish them, it'll be like a memento for the year, little scrapbook. So I created just open up a Word doc and made a template. I have 24 of them, obviously, but I listed the pattern name, the designer, the size of the stitch, and then when I'm finished with it, I'll put the date, and I just checked if it's a new start or a whip, which is a work in progress. So I went through the things that I have going on, and I pulled all of my works in progress, my whips, my 50 by 50s-ish out, and got those in my project bag first. And then I looked to see other designs that I had that were around that same size, and those will be my new starts. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and change the camera angle to face down, and I'll go over my 24 and 24 plans with you. All right, so now we're back. This is what I was showing. This is one of the cards for the first project. What I'm going to do is since I have 24 of them, I'm gonna bind them at the top and kind of make a little notebook, and I'll share that as I get that completed. But my first one is You're My Lucky Charm by Shannon Christine. This size is 46 by 39, so under 50 by 50. And this is a work in progress. I started this in 2023, and I'll see if I can find a picture and insert it. And sorry, this is not ironed at all. Because the only picture that I have is the actual stitch, has the stitches on it, so I don't want to show that. But as you can see, I'm pretty much done. This is about as big as it's going to be. So I just have a few letters to put in, and this one should finish up pretty quick. So that is number 1. And number 2, I have Plant, Grow, Bloom. This is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is 43 by 43 count. This is also a work in progress. I started this in 2023. Here's a picture of the design. A super cute little summery stitch, and this is what I have done so far. So about a third of the way. It's not too big of a stitch, so this shouldn't take too long either, being 43 by 43. I'm not going to really go into a whole lot of like the material and the floss that I've used for each project, so I'll probably talk about that more in following Flosstubes. But if you have any questions, feel free to just, put them in the comments and I'll get back with you. I do keep track of all of the material that I do use for each project, just for myself as a reference. So yeah, I should have all that information. But this will be number 2. And let's see, number 3 is also from Primrose Cottage. This one is the June 9 patch, 39 by 39, and this one will be a new start for me. As I was going through a lot of my patterns, I realized that most of them are from Primrose Cottage Stitches, so it's kind of like a 24 and 24 with Primrose Cottage, but I love their patterns, and I had a bunch that I wanted to complete this year, so I have plans for these 9 patch. There's 12, of course, one for each month, and I already have an idea for how I want to finish them. So this is June 9 patch. That was number 3. Number 4, this one is also by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is a stitch count of 43 by 43 called On the Hunt. Little cute Easter one. I have a lot of Easter ones that I started last year, but I didn't finish any of them, so this will be the year. This is a work in progress, so I'll show you what I've started first. Also not ironed, but this is, another one that'll finish up pretty quick, and it's super cute. So that was number 4. Number 5. Oh, big surprise. Another one from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is Happy Easter. 43 by 43 stitch count. This one's a work in progress as well. And this one I don't have very much started at all, but that's okay. It'll get done this year, right? Being, that's my goal. All right, so that's number 5. Number 6, also by Primrose Cottage Stitches, is Hippity Hop, 43 by 43. This one is a new start. So I already have all of my new starts. I already have everything all kitted up and ready to go. So when I'm in the mood to stitch something, I can just grab a bag. I'm not really stitching seasonally so much. I just, whatever strikes my fancy. So that's number 6. Number 7 is a work in progress. This is Egg-Cited by Shannon Christine. This one is 60 by 55, so just, a little bigger than 50 by 50, but I will try and find a picture of the actual stitching, you know, a picture of it, because the only one that I have has the stitches on it, which I don't want to show you guys because it was a paid for pattern. So I'll try to see if I can find just a picture so you can get an idea of what it is, because honestly, you know, I can't quite remember, aside from the stitches that I have, I can't remember what it looks like actually, like as a finished piece. So I will try and insert a picture, and that'll be another editing skill that I'm learning this year. All right. Number 8 is April 9 patch from Primrose Cottage Stitches as well. Another one of those 9 patches that I want to get all of these done for this year. 39 by 39, and this will be a new start as well. Okay, and number 9 is another 9 patch from Primrose Cottage. This one is the February 9 patch, and I've actually, I should change this because it was a new start when I wrote these out, but I actually started it yesterday, so I'm gonna change that because it's a work in progress now. So this is what I have stitched so far. I am using the called for fabric and floss. So I love these little 9 patch stitches. They stitch up real quick and they're super cute. So that one should be done pretty soon. All right, number 10 is Happy Easter from Shannon Christine. This one I'm gonna have to, oh, I do have a picture. So this is a cute little bunny. It's a 36 by 46 stitch count, and I have started this one. I started this one last year as well. And she has a bunch of these cute little animals and, you know, like holiday themed and things, all in little mugs. And I think I have a couple more, but this is what I have so far. I have written down what I stitched with, but I think I'm using the called for floss. I'm not sure if I'm using the called for fabric because I was trying to use some stuff in my stash, but I think that one will be really cute when I get it done. That was number 10. Number 11. Now this one is from Primrose Cottage Stitches as well. It's 39 by 72. And this one's called Pumpkin Kisses. And I've already stitched, this one is a small one. It's 39 by 72, and font stitches up pretty quick, so this one won't take too long. But I had already stitched a fall one last year. I Love Fall Most of All, also by Primrose Cottage, and I loved the material that I used and the floss. So I decided that I'm going to use the same material and the same floss for this one. So I had to do a little conversion because I just really like how those colors turned out. So I'm going to do the same one here, and I have it. This is a work in progress, or I'm sorry, this one's a new start. This one's completed. But I already have my fabric cut out, and then here's my floss, Classic Color from Classic Colorworks. These were all the ones that I used for the I Love Fall Most of All, and I'm just going to use everything for my Pumpkin Kisses, so everything will coordinate, and I already had, you know, the floss and the fabric, so why not use it? All right, so that was number 11. Number 12 is another 9 patch. This is November from Primrose Cottage, 39 by 39. This will be a new start as well. Number 13 is July 9 patch, also from Primrose Cottage, 39 by 39. This will be a new start as well also. Number 14, well, we're just gonna complete all these 9 patches this year. It'd be awesome. This is March, 39 by 39 stitch. This will be a new start as well. And number 15, oh look, another 9 patch. This is January, and that will be a new start also. Number 16 is not a 9 patch, but it is a Primrose Cottage stitch. This one is Autumn Quilt. It's so pretty. I love the colors on this. This one is a work in progress. And it also is a little bigger than 50 by 50 being 75 by 75. But this stitching is pretty simple once you get started. I'll show you what I have so far. And I love the colors on this fabric. And let me see, I think I'm using the called for. Yes, I am using the light taupe. Was that 28 count light taupe fabric with the called for floss. So a lot of times I will use the called for floss and material just because cross stitching has changed so much from when I first started, like, oh gosh, like 20 plus years ago. And so just getting to know all the different flosses and fabrics is kind of nice to be able to try them out. And then I can see like, hey, wasn't really happy with that fabric or really happy with that floss color. So I can kind of tweak it from then on, but at least it gives me like a base to start from. Number 17 is Boo. It's from Hello from Liz Mathews, and I haven't stitched anything of hers. I do have a lot of things that I would like to stitch because she is a wonderful designer. And this pillow is super cute, and I love the little cats. My son is really into cats, so I think he'll really like this one. This is a little bigger, 62 by 60, and this one will be a new start as well. All right, number 18, I've got Very Merry from Hands On Design. This one's 51 by 50, and this will be a new start as well. Number 19 is another Hands On Design pattern. I do have quite a few of this pattern designer. I love her designs as well. This will be a new start. It's a happy birthday one, and I kind of want to finish it similar to this and put it out for, you know, birthdays when they happen around the house with my family, my kids, and my husband. So that's kind of the direction I'll go in for that one. Now this one I'm also going to have to find a picture for. This is number 20. This is Tropical Friends from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This one's a little bigger, 74 by 74, but I really wanted to get this completed, and it's not too much bigger than 50 by 50, and the stitching isn't as intricate, so I think I can finish this up. And this is, like I said, a work in progress, and I really have not even really gotten much started. I'll have to find a picture and insert it because the only picture I have for this one as well, it just is the stitches, which it was a paid for pattern. So I will try and insert a picture, but there's a giraffe here. This is the start of like a tiger, and then there's a little panda right here. And I think my son would really like this one when I get that one done. So that one's Tropical Friends. Number 21 is Starry Skies from Cherry Hill Stitchery. This one's also a little bigger, but this one reminds me of camping. We're big campers, and we do tent camp, so this one I thought was perfect for us. 78 by 73 is the stitch count. This will be a new start. Getting to the end. Number 22 is another Primrose Cottage stitches, 64 by 58 count. This will be a new start. This is Sip, Stitch, Repeat. This, I'm going to have to look and see if it's available for purchase separately. I did buy this with the Sip and Stitch, which is an exclusive box that they come out with, you know, multiple times a year. And I've gotten a couple Sip and Stitch boxes, and they're so much fun. And they're packed with so many neat goodies, and the patterns are beautiful. So I'm not exactly sure if this one's available for purchase on its own, but I will find out and link that below. This is a new start, like I said. Number 23. This one, it coordinates with that. This is Warm Winter Wishes. I believe this one is a pattern that is for sale it did come in that sip and stitch box, but I'm going to stitch this on the same material with the same floss so that'll coordinate. This is 80 by 40, but with all this text, that'll stitch up nice and quick too. So, and number 24 is Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is Squeeze the Day. I love the bright colors of this, and this is just perfect for summer. So, yeah, this one will be fun. And this is a new start as well. Well, there you have it, my 24 and 24 plans. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe. I'm just starting out, so I'd love to, hear from you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.